What if one simple habit, something almost every senior does after dinner, was quietly draining your energy, disturbing your sleep, and clouding your memory? Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's oldest practicing physician, lived to 105 and still saw patients at age 100. One of his biggest warnings? Never drink fluids after 6 p.m. It sounds harmless, maybe even healthy. But what happens between 6 p.m. and bedtime could be the reason your nights feel restless, and your mornings feel like your brain's stuck in fog. Let's uncover the surprising truth behind late evening hydration. After 60, everything begins to shift. Your hormones, your kidneys, even your internal clock. And what used to be a good habit, drinking water in the evening, can quietly trip up your body's natural repair crew. Dr. Hinohara believed it wasn't just what you drank, but when you drank, that shaped longevity. Now, science is backing that up. In today's video, we'll explore 4 hidden systems disrupted by nighttime hydration, and how shifting your drinking window can help restore deep sleep, reduce nighttime bathroom trips, and bring back mental clarity without a single pill. Because hydration isn't about more, it's about rhythm. 1. The conductor breaks down. Let's start with something your body has depended on every day of your life, without ever needing a reminder: your internal clock. There's a tiny cluster of neurons in your brain, right above your eyes, called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. Think of it like the conductor of your body's orchestra. It tells your hormones when to rise, your digestion when to slow, your heart when to rest. But here's the thing. After 60, that conductor gets tired, the beat starts to slip, the melody goes off, and pretty soon, your whole body feels out of tune. One of the easiest ways to throw it off completely? Drinking water after 6 p.m. It sounds harmless, but in older adults, even small amounts of evening fluid confuse this conductor. It delays melatonin, keeps the bladder active, and makes your body think it's still in day mode. That's why you may feel sleepy but restless, why you drift off, then wake again at 2 a.m. and again at 4. A 2004 study in PMC Journal tracked over 1,000 seniors. When they stopped drinking fluids after 6 p.m., nighttime bathroom trips dropped by up to 75%, and most reported deeper sleep and brighter mornings within 3 weeks. Let me tell you about Mr. Tanaka. He's 77, a retired math teacher in Nagoya. He used to wake up 3 times a night and just chalked it up to aging. But once he started shifting his water intake to earlier in the day, 16 ounces when he woke up, then sips before 2 p.m., everything changed. Within 10 days, he was sleeping 6 hours straight. No pills, no machines, just rhythm. Now, every morning, he still starts with that tall glass of water. But once the clock hits 6 p.m., he sets the cup down, just like he resets his rhythm. Because sometimes it's not about drinking less. It's about drinking at the right time. And your conductor, he just needs a little quiet to bring the music back. 2. Vasopressin, the night guard. That's overwhelmed? Your body has its own night guard, a quiet chemical called vasopressin. Its job is simple. At night, it tells your kidneys to hold on to water, so you can stay asleep, uninterrupted, until morning. But here's the part no one warns you about. After 60, that night guard, he's not as sharp as he used to be. Vasopressin levels drop with age. But even more important, your kidneys start ignoring it. They become less sensitive, like trying to shout instructions through a closed window. So, when you drink water or tea late at night, your body doesn't conserve it. It gets rid of it. At 1 a.m., at 3, at 5. A 2017 study from the Journal of Endocrinology found that kidneys in adults over 70 are 40% less responsive to vasopressin. That's why more than 70% of seniors wake up at least once per night to urinate. Claire, 72, used to carry a water bottle everywhere. She was proud of how much water she drank, even after dinner, but her sleep was broken. She woke up 4, sometimes 5 times, like clockwork, until one day her doctor asked a question she'd never heard before. What time are you drinking? Not just how much. So she made one change. She moved most of her water to the morning, stopped sipping after 6 p.m., And within a week, everything shifted. She still woke up once some nights, but most nights, she slept 5 hours straight. And when she opened her eyes, she didn't feel groggy. She felt rested, for the first time in years. It's not about drinking less, it's about drinking smarter. You're not a faucet, you're a sponge, and sponges don't hold well when they're still full at bedtime. Claire told me something I'll never forget. I didn't realize how much I was losing until I got one full night of peace. And it makes you wonder, when was the last time your sleep felt uninterrupted? Maybe your bladder isn't the enemy. Maybe your body just wants you to stop pouring more in. After dark. 3. Melatonin interrupted. Let's talk about melatonin. Most people think of it as a sleep supplement. But inside your body, melatonin is something far more powerful. It's a nighttime architect, quietly building the structure of your sleep, laying down scaffolding for memory repair, immune support, and cellular restoration. But here's the problem. Every time you get up to use the bathroom, that architect gets interrupted, and the blueprint. It gets blurred. You see, melatonin production already drops by up to 80% after age 60. And every time your sleep is broken, even for just a minute, your brain shuts off melatonin flow for hours. According to the Journal of Sleep Research, 2015, late-night bathroom trips can reduce what's left of your melatonin by 30 to 40%, which means fewer dreams, weaker memory consolidation, and more morning fog. Frank, 69, used to call it old man sleep, light, patchy, full of bathroom breaks. But what he didn't realize was that it wasn't just his bladder waking him up. It was his melatonin getting shut down, again and again. His doctor suggested a change. No fluids after dinner. Warm bath around 8 p.m., dim lights, no screens. He didn't expect much. But within 2 weeks, something shifted. He started remembering his dreams again. His mind felt clearer in the morning, and his wife said he stopped talking in his sleep. For the first time in 10 years. The truth is, melatonin doesn't just help you sleep. It helps your brain restore itself. But like any architect, it needs silence, stillness, darkness, and a break from being jolted awake by a full bladder at 3 a.m. Frank told me, I thought I was just getting old, but maybe I was just getting interrupted. And maybe you've been too. So here's a quiet challenge. Tonight, can you give your body a full stretch of silence? From dinner to dawn, you might be surprised what your brain builds while you rest. Before we move on, I'd love to hear from you. How many times do you usually wake up at night to use the bathroom? Type it in the comments below. 0 if you sleep straight through, 1 to 2 if it's occasional, 3+. If it's every single night. You might be surprised how many others are right there with you, and how one small change can shift everything. 4. Cortisol, hijack. Most people think of cortisol as the stress hormone, but it's also your body's natural alarm clock. It rises in the morning to wake you, and then slowly falls throughout the day, so you can wind down, rest, and repair. That's how it's supposed to work. But when you drink fluids late at night, especially after dinner, you trigger something unexpected. Your cortisol spikes back up, just when it's supposed to be quiet. It's like setting your burglar alarm to go off, right when you're trying to fall asleep. A 2020 study from Clinical Research and Metabolism found that late-night eating and hydration increased cortisol by 25% and blood sugar by 18% compared to daytime intake. That means your body enters bedtime stressed, inflamed, and unable to fully repair itself. And over time, those nightly cortisol surges can lead to insulin-resistance brain fog, weakened immunity, morning fatigue that just won't lift. Linda, 74, thought her sleep issues were due to aging. She had cut caffeine, tried supplements, changed pillows. But what she didn't realize was that her calming cup of herbal tea at 8 p.m. was quietly setting off her stress alarms. After hearing Dr. Hinohara's advice, she made one small change. She stopped drinking after dinner, switched to a warm bath instead, and let her body fall asleep without interruption. Within a week, the night sweats disappeared. Her heart didn't race at 2 a.m. anymore, and her mornings felt still. It's easy to think something as gentle as tea can't hurt, But your body isn't just counting what you drink, it's reacting to when, and when cortisol gets hijacked at night. Your whole system wakes up, even if your eyes are closed. Linda said it best. I was trying to calm myself down, but I was waking my body up. So if you're feeling wired before bed, check your clock, not just your cup. 5. Hydration myth busted. We've all heard it. Drink 8 glasses a day. Stay hydrated. It's good for everything. And it is, during the day. But after 60, that same advice, if followed blindly, can quietly ruin your nights. Here's what most people don't realize. After 60, your body's ability to regulate fluids changes dramatically. Hormones like vasopressin drop. Kidneys become less responsive. Bladders become more reactive. And the sleep-protecting hormone melatonin gets disrupted with every bathroom trip. So even if you're drinking healthy fluids, like tea or lemon water, if it's happening after dinner, your body treats it like an alert signal, not a calming one. A 2004 review in PMIC Journal with over 1,000 seniors showed that simply cutting off fluids after 6 p.m. led to up to 75% reduction in nocturia, improved deep sleep, brighter, more alert mornings within 3 weeks. And the change didn't come from what they drank. But when they stopped, James, 70, is a former high school football coach, disciplined, consistent. He used to stick to the 8 glasses a day rule like gospel, but he never thought to ask, is the clock just as important as the cup? After learning about hydration timing, he made one shift: 3 glasses before noon, a few more before mid-afternoon, and absolutely nothing after 6 p.m. He didn't just sleep better, he said he felt clearer, calmer, and more in control of his mornings again. His words? I used to feel like my nights were a battle. Now they're just quiet. Maybe hydration is still good for you, but not if it's costing you your sleep, because sometimes old advice needs a new clock. Maybe you've been doing everything right, drinking your water, following the rules, trying to take care of your body the way you were taught. But what if your body isn't asking for more effort, just better timing? Because after 60, health isn't about control. It's about rhythm, flow, and learning how to listen to the quieter signals, like when your body says, I'm ready to rest. Please stop pouring in more. Dr. Hinohara once said, if you keep learning, you keep living. And sometimes, unlearning is the most important lesson of all. So, here's a gentle challenge for tonight. Just for one evening, try shifting your hydration earlier. Eat light. Dim the lights. Let your body settle into silence by 8 p.m. Then notice what changes after 3 nights. And if your mornings start to feel lighter, if your dreams come back, if your thoughts feel clearer, you'll know your body was listening. If this helped you see your health in a new light, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We explore the tiny changes that make a big difference, especially for those of us walking the second half of life with wisdom, not fear. And remember, your best days don't have to be behind you. They might just be waiting on the other side of one good night's sleep.